Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. When we open our eyes, the experience of duality results. We become the seer through the eyes and the world is seen. But when we close our eyes, there is no seeing, there is no seer. And yet, we do not experience our absence. But what happens? Our attention is so much focused on the objectivity in our experience that we are unable to withdraw from the focus on the objects, and therefore we recognize the colors and forms are when our eyes are open, and when the eyes are closed, the colors and forms are not. Thus, our knowledge is of two types. One type of knowledge is something is present, and other type of knowledge is something is absent. So, everything in this world is recognized by us by these two options. Something is and something is not. So, the same object is recognized in two ways. When I open my eyes, colors and forms are. When I close my eyes, colors and forms are not. And in this is and is not experience, we are so much lost that because of whom this is and is not is possible, that is totally neglected. And this is how the samsara begins. So here the teacher tells. Now see, the same thing happens in Yoga Shastra. Waking and dream experiences are always in the form of something existing. See? And the deep sleep experience is everything is not existing. So, the waking and dream experiences are like when we open our eyes, everything is seen. When we close our eyes, nothing is seen. In the same manner, waking and dream experiences are something existing. Deep sleep experience is nothing is existing. And it is here the Yoga Shastra is matter oriented, Prakriti Pradhan. But Vedanta tells us, you analyze your experience further. Can the experience of something existing and something non-existing is possible without someone illuminating both the presence and the absence? See? The illuminator has to be there for establishing the existence or non-existence of something. See? But our attention is so much on the objective world that we are absolutely unaware of the self that we are. And therefore, first step is withdraw from the objective world by closing the eyes. Then open the eyes, see the objective world. And in this experiment, now change your focal length. First, on the objects, their presence. Then, objects as their absence. Then, the one who is illuminating both the presence and the absence of the objects is beyond the presence and absence. Neyam yattat pravakshami yajñātvāmrutam ashnute anādimat param brahma na tat sat na asat uchyate, Bhagavan says in 13th chapter of Gita. Anadimat param brahma. The reality is without beginning and without end, and therefore cannot be labeled as is or is not. See? Therefore, all our efforts that we put to walk the spiritual path is struggling with the objectivity in the experience. Therefore, those who are following the yoga marga, upasana marga, etc., they are always talking about concentration. Concentrate, concentrate, concentrate. And you can concentrate only on others. About self, it is awareness. We don't say self-concentration. You are listening to me with concentration. And when you concentrate, you go away from yourself. But when you are aware that talking is going on, so whether I talk or there is a silence in between, awareness remains untouched. It is here we have to become aware. Are we getting lost in the objectivity in our experiences, or we are remaining in awareness? See, friends, I am the seer when eyes are open. When eyes are closed, I am not the seer. So, I am the seer concept is negated by I am not the seer. And this is also a concept. Spiritual life is not replacing one concept with another concept. Earlier, I used to indulge, bhogi. Since I came on the spiritual path, now I am a yogi. So the I is now labeled in a different manner. So, spiritual evolution is not replacement of the conceptual understanding about the self. See, friends, this is what Hemaleka tells her husband, that yastvam nimilya netre sve padam apasadaya salam tat padam nijarupam te shuddha samvid anuttaram. So when you close your eyes, do not bother whether the world is seen or not. When you remain aware that you are someone who has nothing to do with the perception, presence, non-perception and absence of the objective world. Like the mirror doesn't depend on some objects in front of it. If there are objects, then I can reflect. But if there are no objects, what will I do? No need. See? Thus, bring your attention to this. When objectivity is negated, see, this is one of the most important steps. So, Shuddha Samvid Anuttaram Tadeva Khila Samsara Chitra Darsha Dalam Mahar Kada Kwa Kena Rupena Nasti Talme Nirupaya. Now, the world, its presence, its absence, the time, the space, the objects, all of them are established only when illumined by the consciousness, the Samvita. Can there be any time when the consciousness is not? Because even the presence and the absence of the consciousness is illumined by this light of consciousness. See? Therefore, this notion that by closing the eyes I can recognize the reality, but when I open the eyes, the reality has run away. See? Therefore, come to this point and तदेवाखिल संसार चित्रादर्श तलम महत् कदा क्वेन रूपेण नास्ति तन्मे निरूपय. Like all the reflections in the mirror, what the mirror is not, the space, the air, the water, the fire, the earth, the animate objects, the inanimate objects, the movement, running, stationary, everything, the same mirror has become. Be very attentive. When we recognize the world as other than the self, then there is desire, anger, greed and fear. Four things. But when we recognize the world as nothing but our own self, see, two stages. First, recognize the world as other than the self and illusion. So don't bother about the world. Now we have to run. Now the question comes. Now where the world has gone? Then we come to know that the world is nothing but the self. Because without the self, the world cannot exist. Thus, the objectivity in knowledge is samsara. When we are told Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahmaiva Naparaha, means what? Jagat, the world is an illusion. Now what is the aspect of illusion in the world? The sense of otherness is illusion. Because what is Jagat? Jagat is perception of otherness. When I look at you, you are Jagat for me. But when I look at my own hand, it is not a Jagat for me. There is no sense of otherness. And therefore, with my body, I am extremely careful, I love. But with your body, who cares? See? So, perception of duality is not a problem, but perception of duality resulting into a sense of otherness, it is from here the samsara begins. See, when we stand before the mirror and we look into the mirror, we don't look at the mirror, look into the mirror. There is the perception of duality. I am seeing the reflection. I am the seer, reflection is seen. But what is the knowledge? Knowledge is I am seeing myself. So that duality, which does not harm, the non-dual principle, is called as living in wisdom. See, friends. Therefore, this whole world of relative existence is like a reflection in a mega mirror called as the conscious mirror, Chidakasha. And like the mirror surface is everything, in the same manner, this conscious reality alone is everything. See, friends. Even if you want, it is difficult to talk. It is something like asking the mirror a question. How do you become the space, the air, the fire? Don't you get burned? What reply the mirror will give? See, Janan api medhavi jadavallokamachare. Therefore, wise people keep their mouth shut. So, further, yada yadrupato yasmin eti bruya swasam vidam tarhi tatkala deshade vandhya putratva mevahi. If you are trying to imagine that the time, space and objects can exist independent of this conscious reality, then you are talking about Vandhya Putra. Vandhya Putra means a child of a barren woman. A barren woman is the one who doesn't have a child. And when you say the child of a barren woman, you are only talking without any meaning to that word. See, Vandhya Putra Meva. See, friends, therefore, there is no time, there is no place, there is no experience when we are not. Now, this unbroken presence, is it created by closing the eyes? Is it lost when the eyes are open? See, friends, Bhagwan Kapil tells his mother disciple Devahuti when he was instructing her on the path of devotion. The earlier paraphernalia of devotion, the Kriya-oriented, Kriya Yoga. Go to the neighbor's house, pluck the flowers, come back, and then tell the wife to do everything, keep everything ready, and you go there like the Prime Minister, everything is arranged there, and shout from there, "Where is the matchbox?" And then do the puja. This is all right. But after doing all this, if you are not able to recognize the divinity in God's creation, what we do? We try to imagine the divinity in the idols created by man's imagination. The idols created by man, there we suspect divinity. But the world created by God, there is no divinity. See, friends, why this happens is because we are still only action oriented. See, friends, till such time doership is there, we are far away from the truth. And this disease of doership goes so deep in our system that even meditation we do. See? And when we have to do the meditation, then you will see many of these people, who come to India for yoga, like the terrorists going with a gun, these people go with a mat, yoga mat. And when they go there, anywhere they spread the mat. Incredible India, you have seen those advertisements? On the seashore near the cliff where you can jump and commit suicide, one useless lady is standing on one leg and hands up. Incredible India. Nobody has ever done that. I had to do something, therefore I do meditation. See, friends, we are in waking, then we do the things. We are in dream, then do the things. We are in deep sleep, then snore. Can somebody snore when you are awake? You cannot. If somebody is snoring, hey, why are you sleeping? No, I am not sleeping. You are snoring, no. See? In the same manner, we don't do meditation. We are in waking and then do the things. We are in dream, then do the things. We are in deep sleep, then snore. Now extend one step further. We live in meditation and then conduct ourselves in this world. Living in meditation and conducting ourselves in this world is called as the lifestyle of a Jivan Mukta. See Maharaj, but this student, hey matured, was, don't disturb, meditation in progress, take a detour. See? That which is disturbed by a small little thing is touch me not meditation. See? Something says something, immediately, whatever. What has not happened? The moment one becomes philosopher, understand, frustration glorified is philosophy. Therefore, pratibimbo niradarsho yatha natha tathaiva tat tasmat tat pada santyagad nasti kutra apikinchana. Like, without the mirror, there cannot be any reflection. In the same manner, without this conscious mirror, there cannot be the reflection of this world of relativity. See, friends. So, tatte netron milanena kimantarpiti iyan yavadeva vijaniyami iti evam gantri drudha bhaved tavanna tat padam praptam yat praptam syanna tat bhaved nimilyo nilya va netre yat prapam mannase padam. Till such time you are lost in this thing, that by closing the eyes the God is realized, by opening the eyes the God is not derealized. See? And you keep on only struggling, Like, I have seen some places, for the children they teach meditation. And they tell, okay children, now we'll do meditation, close your eyes. And children, they can't even, so they do like this. And some teachers say, you close your eyes half, don't close fully. So the children are genius. So they do like this thing. Why are you doing that? You said half, out of the two, one is open. See friends, this struggle of doing is bondage. Stop doing the things. Let things happen. See? When we are going along the current of the river, there is no struggle, is it not? When you go across or against the river current, there is nothing but struggle. Wherever there is struggle, we are going the wrong way. Wherever there are efforts, we are not our own self. Those who are hard of hearing, they have to put efforts. And after some time, they get tired. Because efforts, and then they go to sleep. And after they wake up, oh, the lecture was very good. Why they say like this thing? They don't want others to know that they were sleeping. But from here, what I see, you can't see from there. Who is awake and who is realized. Therefore, let us not have this wrong notion that by closing the eyes, the realization happens, and by opening the eyes, the derealization happens. And till such time you have this notion, yes, I know now the truth. Till then, you are caught up in this knot of ignorance. Therefore, tanna purna padam yasmat parichedat kriyaditaha kutranat mahasavin nasti Nala Prabha. Kriya means activity. So, Kriya Parichedat. Till such time, action is required for establishing anything, we are away from the truth. Now see this simple example. How many times we have thought about our shadow in our whole life? We never think about the shadow because we don't take it to be real. Next example. How many times we have thought about the pinna of our ear? The external ear is called a pinna. Never. But if there is some kind of, small mosquito has bitten or some small abscess kind of thing, all the time. Why? Because there is pain. Wherever there is pain, we are not normal. If we are hurt in the mind and there is pain in the mind, we are not normal. See, the other day I went with Dalita to the dentist. Morning when I got up, I had some kind of pain here. I said, before it becomes very bad, let us go there. But by afternoon it became all right. I said, cancer, no, you can't cancel. So I had to go to that lady. And then she gave the description of every tooth. And took money for nothing. Of course, she had the Vishwarup Darshan. So, when there is pain, what we do? We accept that there is some abnormality. We go to the doctor, correct it. In the same manner, if we are hurt, understand there is some abnormality. So, when you are hurt by mind, go to the psychiatrist. See, friends, you will come to know that in our own nature there is no pain. Whenever we are hurt, we are somebody. This somebody is a painful abscess on our mind. And when this painful abscess is operated and deleted in deep sleep, when we are nobody, there is no pain, there is no misery. Again we are awake, again somebody is born. Become aware of this phenomena, it is constantly happening. Then it is called as really living the spiritual life. Therefore, don't be worried by closing the eyes, realization, by opening the eyes, derealization. No. So, Nimilya unmilyava netre yat praptam manyase padam tanna purnamidam. That is not the correct understanding. Therefore, swatmi karoti yan akalpane dhana sanchayam nate kartavya samsesho vijnaya paramam padam. If you have really come to discover the truth, there is nothing for you to be done, to be achieved, to be protected. Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter. Ananya chintayanto mam ye jana pariupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Yogakshemam vahamyaham means yoga, what we do not have, to get it, and kshemam, whatever we have, to protect it. If we see our life, in one word if we have to write, what is our life? Only yoga kshemam. I don't have this, I should get this. I don't have wife, I should get married. See? Yoga. Kshemam, protection. My wife should not run away with somebody. So the whole life is, first of all, catch hold of a wife and then don't let her go. And then the whole life is a struggle only in that. See, Bhagavan says in 15th chapter, Etad buddhva buddhiman syat krutakrutyascha bharata. if you want to do mantra japa, I will not give the traditional mantra that you know more than me. Try this mantra. Sit down or don't sit down. Walk or lie down, doesn't matter. Posture is not criteria. Mantra is, I have nothing to do, I have nowhere to go, nothing to do, nowhere to go, nothing to do, nowhere to go, and see the experience. It's a process of undoing. It's only by practice we are thinking we are human beings. We are thinking we are Indians. Only by practice. Nothing else. Therefore, friends, anything which is resulting as an effect of an action, it is not the truth. So, स्वात्मी करोति यान कल्पनेन धन संचयन नते कर्तव्य संशेषो विज्ञाय परमं पदम. When you are able to recognize your own essential self, there is nothing that is required to be done. Neither we have to get anything, nor we have to give up anything. See, friends. When you, again come to my very favorite example, when you do ironing on a lungi, do you gain anything? Do you lose anything? The wrinkles which make the lungi look ugly, as if the lungi is in Bharatanatyam position. See, many years before, this lungi has given me, lungi is my guru. Like Bhagavan Dattatreya had 25 gurus. I also have many gurus. Once the cotton lungi I washed and squeezed and kept it on the tap. And as my expertise, I forgot it. And evening, when I was going for the lecture, I found, oh, where is the lungi? Oh, it is still there. And by then it was dried. Bombay weather, it was dried. And when I opened it, this lungi was in Bharatanatyam. I said, but I can't put on this one. How horrible it looks. So I took the iron box and did the ironing. Now the question is, when I did this ironing, did I lose anything? If I did not lose anything, then what happened to the lungi? Did I gain anything? No. Then the wrinkles, which are not, they disappeared. Be attentive. Wrinkles, which are not. Wrinkle is not an object. See? Yoga kshemam mahamyam. There can be nothing that can be added to us. There cannot be anything that can be taken away from us. That infinite loss, gain, proof reality is our essential nature. There is no struggle. Because nothing to do, nowhere to go, nothing to gain, nothing to lose. See, friends, give it a try. When you sit for your meditation, start from remaining as nobody. Okay, next 10 minutes I am nobody. But Swami is coming for a breakfast. Upma I have to prepare. Onion I have not cut. So your whole meditation will be cutting onion. Because you have become a hostile. See, host is a man, wife is hostile. And children are hostilities. And I become hostage. The moment you become somebody, you cannot stop thinking. You cannot. See, this is what is called as living in meditation. See? You read so many books on yoga, you will never find this anywhere. Yoga tells you, Chitta Vritti Nirodha, control the thoughts, don't think. But instead of struggling with that, find out to whom the thoughts come. Then you will come to know that at the beginning of every thought, there is Mr. Somebody. You remain as nobody, no thoughts will come. See? You sit down for meditation as a mother. All the children will start showing tongue. Mummy is meditation guru. You sit for meditation as a wife, and then you will hear, towel kahan hai? Then you say, what is this realization? Bhagwan also has the towel problem. See? And you remain as nobody. Even if you want, there can't be any thought. Somebody is association with the finite. Nobody is dissociation from the finite. See? Misery, finite. Association, miserable. Worldly joy, finite. Association, happy. How long? See? You know, one Westerner, he was in some function where I was also there. And there, it was the Yajñopavitam, thread ceremony of a child, small child, 8 years. So this person came, excuse me, I just want to know your tradition and culture. I said, yes. What is that? See, I understand this boy is getting married, but where is the bride? I said, he's not getting married, first of all. But I heard in India children, they get married. I said, no, what you heard is right, but this is wrong. He is not getting married. Then what is this? He is called as thread ceremony. Oh. But one question still remains. What is that? The question is, why in the Indian marriages the girls cry? The boy doesn't cry. What is the reason? I said, this is the only day the girls cry. The rest of the whole life, it is the boy who cries. See, the laughter among the gents is, at least somebody has recognized us. The moment you become somebody, you cannot but think. Stop becoming anybody. When you close your eyes, sit for meditation, you become meditator. See? Dhyatru dhyane parityajya dheyameva avashishyate. Till such time, meditator is doing meditation, you are far away from the truth. Till such time, I want to sleep, this mantra goes on. Till such time, I and the want is there, sleep doesn't begin. In satsanga, when people sleep, what they do? They give up I and the want. When they give up the I and the want, the sleep begins. Because sleep is what? Sleep is that where neither there is I nor there is want. But our meditation is I is there and meditation action is there. See, friends, come to cognize this. It is not created as the result of any action. Therefore, give up this knot of your mind that I am not this, I am not this, I am not this. Other than the I, nothing else is. So these are the two stages. First, objectivity, I am not, rejected. Come to your own self. And if you are really come to your own self, then this wrong notion, I am not this, will disappear. Okay? I am not the name and the form of the waves. I am not the effect. I am not the totality, the ocean, the cause. And thus, the wave comes to recognize that the wave is essentially water. After the wave has come to recognize that the wave is essentially water, will the experience deny that I am not the wave and I am not the ocean? On the contrary, the experience will be every wave I alone am, every ocean I alone am. I am alone supporting the cause and effect, and yet I am beyond the cause and effect. This all-inclusive experience alone can establish unqualified love that we see in the hearts of the masters. There is no sense of otherness. And when the love is born as the result of absence of sense of otherness, that love is natural. And when the love is born as the result of sense of otherness based on some qualities, she is beautiful, she has got a very good voice, she is the only daughter of a rich father. See? Then with that girl, the boy will fall in love. And whenever you fall, you get hurt. See, friends, they are most of the, these love marriage people, their love is exhausted before marriage. And afterwards what remains is only fighting. See? Let this happen. Therefore, this wrong notion, I have to discard this, I am not this, I am not this, I am not this. Don't imagine this is all. First is Vyatireka. Unless we take our attention away from the name and the form of the waves, unless we take our attention from the totality, the ocean, unless we go beyond ocean, the cause, and waves, the effect, till then we have not reached the waters. And if we have reached the waters, then other than the water, nothing else is. To that water, if you go and ask him, oh water dear, as the ocean you are terrible, but waves I like. So water will say, excuse me gentlemen, what is ocean? What is a wave? Water can never understand what is the ocean, what is the wave. Because there is no sense of otherness. Vacharammadam vikaro namadeyam mrittika eva satyam. Chandogya Upanishad says, if you remove the waters from the ocean and the wave, what remains? Nothing. Therefore, water and ocean and the waves, these are only words. Vacharammadam vikaro namadeyam. So when we are jumping in the ocean, we are jumping in the water. When we are playing with the waves, we are playing with the waters. So the same water we are simply labeled as ocean and the waves. So when we are calling names to somebody, we are punishable. In the same manner, objectivity is called as the world, the subject is called as the jiva, the controller is called as the Ishvara. So on that one Paramatma, jiva, jagat, Ishvara, these three aupadhic superimposition creates this illusion of world. When we reach the substratum, by discarding the names and the forms, by going beyond the Panchakoshas and discovering our total identity with the Absolute, this world disappears. And in the disappearance of the world, only Paramatma remains. See friends, Therefore, one of the techniques of meditation given in Vijnana Bhairav is this. Make absence as an object of your meditation without going to sleep. So, for example, sound and absence of sound. And then work on it. Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Sri Ram, sounds. Now analyze. Every sound begins, remains, ends. Sounds are many. Absence of sound is one. Sounds are created. Absence of sound is not created. Presence and absence of sound, both are illumined by one principle, which is present both in the presence of the sound and which is also present in the absence of the sound. Therefore, that which is beyond the presence and the absence is the ultimate reality. Now, is it not? In the presence of the waking state, we are there. When the waking state is absent, in the dream, deep sleep, samadhi, we still continue to be there. And thus multiply further. We come to know ultimately that is eternal conscious principle. Alone is. All the remaining things, like the clouds, come, dance, and dissolve. Investigate where the dreamer goes when the dream is over. Investigate where the husband goes when the waking state is over. In the same manner, investigate where do you go when the body is dropped. Of course, I will go to heaven. Why? I am studying Sanskrit. Forget about it. There is no coming and going. Atra Brahma Samashnute na tasya prana utkramanti. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says that such a master, he does not give up the body. One example given by Bhagavan Shankaracharya. When a glass breaks, will that glass space go out of the glass to enter another glass? Atra Brahma Samashnute. Now and here. See, therefore I told you, the Karma Marga, Karma Kanda is this tamo guna oriented. It is adi bhautik. If you do this thing, you get this thing. You do this thing, you get this thing. Then upasana kanda is adi daivik. They are all the time talking about God. I went there, one Mahatma came like a ball of light and dash, and I became unconscious. And when I got up, I was in my bed. And with that only, the whole life is conducted. Then, autobiography of a Dumbo. That is all Adi Daivik. You will see all Adi Daivik literature basically in the Puranas. And if you study it sincerely, you'll come to know what we are in this world. Exactly the same thing is happening in the Bhurbu Swa Mahajana Tapa Satyam. You know, these various kind of shopping center, mobile shopping centers. If you do this thing, I'll curse you. That King Nahusha, who became the, Indra. And when he became the Indra, then how did he become? He did a lot of, various kinds of Ashwamedha yagya and all that. And then after completion of 100 of them, he became the Indra. And then he had a desire. Let me enjoy Indrani. And to prove his superiority over the ex-prime minister, he told, out of the 7 Saptarshis, let 4 be called, and let the 4 Saptarshi carry me in the palanquin. I am so superior. Not going in a Maruti car. And then one of them, Agastya was a very shorty one, pygmy type. Naturally, he became very angry and all that. And he cursed, I became very angry with that Agastya Rishi. You are not walking properly, don't deserve, because now I am Indra. And then Agastya curses him. You will become a Python. And immediately from the plank when he comes down, becomes a Python. See? Meaning, even if you attain the position of Indra, your desire has not died. Where there is desire, there is samsara. See, friends. And what is upasana basically done? Basically, upasana is done only for fulfillment of the desires. See, there was one boy, he wanted to get married to one girl. Girl from a very rich, good family. And father said no. He said, I will go to Vaishno Devi from Bombay on foot, barefoot. But I will marry. And Jai Mata Di, Shadi Kara Do, Jai Mata Di. And he walked all the way to Vaishno Devi. And when this happened, the father of the girl thought, can there be any fool than this? Better she gets married to him. And got married. Then after the marriage, the reality surfaced. Then he wanted to separate, but she doesn't want. So okay, I'll show you. Again, Jai Mata Di, divorce karo. You see, all these people who observe this fast and doing this thing is only for fulfillment of desires. Friends, fulfillment of desires can never be spiritual practice. Rise above. Then Atra Brahma Samajhnate. Kathopanishad very clearly spells out. Yada sarve pramuchyante kama yasya hridishritaha atha martyaha amruto bhavati atra brahma samajhnate. Yada sarve kamaha pramucyanti. All the desires are completely deleted. See? And what is the desire? Desire is like the wrinkle on the lungi. They are not real. You just observe in your own heart what was very important for us as a child. Is it that important now? All that we have given importance at a particular time in your life, that is useless. You know, earlier days when the post used to come, what we call snail mail, there was no email. So I used to cut all those, stamps from different countries and put in one packet. And one child came with somebody and I was talking to him. And I said, hey, what do you do? Swamiji, I have got a hobby of collecting stamps. I said, really? Good. So I gave him the whole envelope which had about 100, 200 stamps I gave. He was so happy, so happy. He tells his mother, Swamiji doesn't understand how important it is. For him, getting those useless stamps was a great, great achievement. When he will be grown up, he will understand. Swamiji made fool of me. See, friends, once we understand this principle, you will never be the slave of your desires. Therefore, Living in this awareness is living in meditation. So, thereafter, the teacher says, Pashya sarvatra chatmanam akanda nanda bruhitam pashyatmani akhilam lokam darpanam pratibimbavata. Therefore, come to recognize your presence in everything and being, like if there are a dozen mirrors around and we stand in the center, in every mirror we are only reflected. In the same manner, in every object and the thing and the being of this world, it is we alone are reflected. Now, how do we understand we alone are reflected? Like the mother finds herself reflected in her child. See, what is the difference between us and others? No difference. Same. Hunger, thirst, misery, joy, sorrow, achievement, failure. Same. This is what Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita. Atmaupamena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna. Sukham va yadi va dukkham sa yogi paramo mataha. He who is able to see the whole world as his own being, and therefore he is happy in the happiness of others, and he is ready to extend a helping hand if somebody is miserable. He alone has attained the fulfillment of his life. See, friends. And when I come to know this, experience this, like I come to experience that there is a scratching in my ear. Will the ear send an application, excuse me, Mr. Left Hand, are you free? There is a scratching over there. Please come. And when it has happened, thank you a lot. Thanks so much. No. It happens. And when it happens, there is no doer born. In the same manner, when meditation happens, meditator is not born. When knowledge happens, knower is not born. When joy happens, enjoyer is not born. When action happens, the doer is not born. Living in this experience 24/7 is living in realization. Thus, come to recognize this unbroken, blissful presence that we are. It is something like the surface of the mirror, in which everything is reflected. So we are that conscious mirror in which the whole world is reflected. Again, I am cautioning you. When this example is given, focus attention not on the lateral inversion. Focus attention on the surface of the mirror. Then we come to know it is the same surface of the mirror which has become everything. See? When we see the reflection in the mirror, distances, space. So the mirror is hardly half a mm or 1 mm thick. In that we see 10 feet depth. Is it there? But without the mirror there is nothing. So the mirror surface alone has become the space. The mirror surface alone has become the mountains. The mirror surface alone has become the living beings. And if they are moving, all the movement in the reflection is also the same mirror. Be attentive. But all the movement is supported by the surface of the mirror, but the mirror does not move anywhere. In the same manner, this conscious mirror is supporting the waking, dream, deep sleep and the samadhi, but the conscious mirror is neither the waking and the waker, nor the dreaming and the dreamer, etc. remain the same. All these things come and go, but the conscious mirror remains ever the same. This unchanging conscious mirror is our essential nature. It is not created as a result of any spiritual practice. It is. And thereafter the teacher says, Sarvatra akhilam atmanam iti bhuyona bhavayan. Then don't continue doing the thing. Okay, I am the stone, I am the brick, I am the house. No, don't do that. These are only the steps. See, Like yesterday, our Lalita was doing something with my shirt. And then, to keep it in a proper way, you keep the pins there. After it is done, the pins are removed. If you don't remove the pins and then put on the shirt, the pins will go into the body. In the same manner, these are the steps in between. They are not the ultimate. Technically, it is called as upaya. Upaya means what? Means. So, by the car we came up to the house. Then by the shoes we came up to the door. And after we came to the house, we dropped the car, we dropped the shoes, then we entered. In the same manner. These are all the various methods by which we arrive at our own being. And after having arrived at our own being, then we come to know their presence and absence has neither added nor taken away anything away from us. Therefore, remain undifferentiated without efforts that you are. In this manner, see, iti priyoditam shrutva hemachudaha shitashayah viditva purnamatmanam sarvatra bhranti varjitaha. When this was heard, this student, Hemachud, was fully established in his essential nature. Every one of us, every day, go through Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Only thing is, we do not know this is Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Like Hemachud, initially, yes, I am enjoying the bliss. Don't disturb. Why? There is a fear, this bliss will go away. It happens in everybody's life. No disturbance. Don't talk. Meditation in progress. Outside silence. Inside war. See? With this ultimate knowledge, Hemachuda was fully established. All his doubts about the self-realization and everything were negated, and thereafter he has given up all the obsessions. No duragraha. Friends, this is one of the biggest obstacles for most of the seekers. We are obsessed with something or the other. Some obsession. The obsession is called in Sanskrit as duragraha. You know, many people you must have seen that they have so many rings in their fingers. You ask them what is it? Oh, this is Shani, this is Mangal, this is Buddha, this is Guru. So when I see them, I am worried. My worries are very funny. My worry is, with so many rings, if they have to take the kadhi, it must be falling down. But there are gaps in between. See? If they had to take the rasam like this, so we are so much under the influence of various graha, the planets, the stars. But real graha is duragraha, obsession. Let us not be obsessed with anything in this world. See, friends, you must have seen how the obsessions work. Somebody is obsessed with cleanliness. He makes everybody's life dirty because he is obsessed with cleanliness. Somebody is obsessed with discipline. Everybody should come on time. If you are late, stand outside. But you came late, don't ask. If you accept the world as it is, you are in tune with the divine will. See? The other day somebody asked me, I don't know whose house I went, here only. Swami, what is the secret of your happiness? I say, secret is, I like chaos, freely available. I like confusion, no problem. I like mess, freely available. But we like discipline, no confusion, no chaos. Then every moment you will be miserable. Why not start liking the heat in the summer, the cold in the winter, the rains in the rainy season, and traffic jam in Bombay? You can never be miserable. See? But we want to live in Bombay and complain, oh, there is too traffic jam. You can never be happy in life. Similarly, if you expect happiness from children, you will be miserable. Expect misery from the children, then you can never be miserable. मालूम था ये ऐसे होने वाला. See, friends, life becomes so simple. And this is what the parents don't understand. All the time imagining that their children are dumb. Now, of course, they are right also. Because they are their children, they know better. Narayan. In this manner, he has given up all obsessions of sitting in meditation, closing the eyes, not looking here, not looking there, not eating this, not eating that. And then, क्रमात् पूर्ण समावेशात् आसना स्थिर भावनः विहरन् सर्वदा हेमलेखादि युवती गणैः रक्षासन् राज्यं समृद्धं स्वं जित्वा शत्रुगणं रणे शास्त्राणि श्रावयन् शृण्वन् अर्जयन् संचयन्. Thereafter, his life became totally different. He was involved in the world with full speed. See, after he was established in this, then he was moving with the people around him, his wife and all the other people, and he was going and fighting the wars, defeating the enemies, earning the wealth, and celebrating life at every moment. And when this was happening, his father, Muktachuda, he saw and told his other son, Manichuda, that what happened to this Hemachuda? Earlier, he used to be lost and then not talking to anybody. Since he got married to this Hemalekha, he has become very abnormal. But now we don't see what has gone wrong with him. He is so much involved in this world, so successful, and yet we clearly experience that he doesn't belong to our world. What has happened to him? And as if the example given is kapi shayan apiya sada matto bhi lakshate sadanyatra gataswantaha iva krutyal karoti alam. As if he is intoxicated by some liquor, and in that intoxication he is functioning in this world. There must be something. Therefore, what could be the reason? Thus thinking, they went to Hemachud and asked, Apruchatam Hemachudam kuta eva bhavaniti. Hey, what happened to you? How did you attain this state? Then tataha swasthiti achakyo Hemachudastayo kraman tau ubhavo bhratrupitaro Hemachudena bodhito. So the father and the brother, they were instructed by the Hemachuda, and they also came to realize this absolute reality. And then the king also told all their ministers, everybody came to realize, and everybody was established in their own self. And thus, in that big city or the Vishal Nagar, everybody, a child and servants and everybody were talking only the spiritual talks. All realize, elder, children, the servants and everybody has only one thing. They are no more living as Mr. Somebody, but doing their job as if on the stage of a drama, free from the desire, anger. And the mothers used to talk to the children only the principle of reality in their stories, and the servants, when they are talking to each other, they were giving the examples from whatever they could see, the divinity. Even the drama, people were conducting the dramas only where the dispassion, the discrimination were the characters. And in this manner, not only these, but the songs were only spirituality oriented. The birds in the various cages, they were also singing the same stories. And therefore, the Sanakadi rishis, when they went to that village, that town, they named it as Vidyanagar, because there the birds used to say, Yatra Kira Panjarastha Api Vacho Vadanti Vai Chiti Rupam Swamatvanam Bhajadvam Chetya Varjitam Nasti Chetam Chiterantar Darpana Pratibimbavat Chitis Chetyam Chitiraham Chitis Sarvam Characharam Yataha Sarvam Chitimanu Bhati Satu Swatantratam Ataschiti Jana Sarva Bhasini Samsrayashram Bhajadvam Bhrantim Surja Chiti Matram Sudushtayam Tiryaksho Upa Atyantam Yatra Vacho Vadanti Vai. Even the birds in the cage, they started singing this. Conscious reality alone is the truth, devoid of all objectivity. In fact, the conscious reality alone is appearing as object, because other than the conscious reality, there is nothing. In this manner, the whole kingdom was fully established, and therefore, this king Hemachuda, he became Jivan Mukta, liberated, and he lived there for 20,000 years. See, in this manner, ultimate Tasmat, now the conclusion of this chapter, Tasmat Shreyo Nidanam tu Satsangaha Prathamam Bhavet, Tasmat Shreyo Vanchane tu Sat Samshraya Paro Bhavet. Therefore, the ultimate spiritual practice is satsang. See, friends, you may postpone anything in your life. Don't postpone satsang. Bhagavan Shankaracharya, satsangatve nissangatvam, nissangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nischalatatvam, nischalatatve jivan mukti, bhaja govindam, bhaja govindam. Whether you take bath or not, it doesn't matter. Whether you go to temple or not, it doesn't matter. Whether you do the spiritual makeup or not, doesn't matter. Whether you have tabla beti, Ganesha Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha. It doesn't matter. Because avichara kruto bandaha, vicharena nivaryate. All the problems are because of wrong thinking. Wrong thinking can be corrected only by right understanding. Wrong thinking cannot be corrected by not thinking. Our condition is like what? I'll give an example. Some places when I go, particularly very big houses, where there are more number of servants than the owners. In one place I go in India, there are now only 2 of them, husband and wife. All others are married, gone, nobody is in the house. And the house is 4-storied, a bungalow. There are 9 cars. There are 23 servants. You can imagine the huge magnanimity. So in one hall I sleep. The rooms are not rooms, they are halls. You know, this complete area, this is my bedroom when I go there. So I had to take a car to go to bathroom. And there everything is done by servants. So they take the clothes, wash them, and iron and bring. But what they do, very smart servants, they fold the lungi totally, and only the portion which will be seen while giving it to be, that portion will be done. Imagine? And when I open Vishnu, exactly this is what happens. When we do puja poti, ironing on the face, before the God, Tvameva Mata Pita, Tvameva Bandhu. See, before the God we are Bhakta, afterwards we Bhakta. See, friends, this inner cleansing can happen only if we are committed to satsanga. One of the most essential spiritual practice. See, friends, everything else can wait, not satsanga. We are unable to break our habitual lifestyle. Spirituality is not a habitual lifestyle. It is a spontaneity that is important. One person in Bombay, he told me, Swamiji, why don't you take the morning class in the afternoon? Elderly person. So like you laugh, I also laugh. So he said, Swamiji, why are you laughing? I said, when you cut jokes, we are supposed to be... No, I am serious. You should take the morning class in the afternoon. He didn't understand what he's talking. Then I said, but why? He said, I cannot come in the morning. I said, why can't you come? Any problem? No, I go in the morning for a walk. And the people adjust their watch by my going. Oh, he is going, there must be this particular time. And I am going on this particular road for a walk last 40 years. Now I don't want to break that for your satsang. See the priority. What is the priority? Because we have not recognized the value and importance of satsang. We go to the various holy places and then take the dip in the Ganges, come out. Tirthi kurvanti tirthani. All the holy places are holy, not because of the bricks and the stones and the rivers and the temples. All the holy places are holy because of the Mahatmas living in that place. Go and visit the Mahatma and take some knowledge from him through his satsanga. That is important. See? Otherwise you go to Varanasi and complain about the dirty things. So you have gone never as a devotee but as a sanitation inspector. Therefore, satsanga is the ultimate. Tasmat shreyo nidanam tu satsangaha prathamam bhavet. Shreyaha nidanam. The ultimate that will lead for our liberation, for our ultimate good, is the satsangaha. Tasmat shreyo vanchane tu. If you want to do good to yourself, then satsanga ashrayo bhavet. So, take refuge in the satsanga. And satsanga in today's world is digitally available. See, yesterday, who came in our Nagi's place, that person who had that hotel, we went to his hotel, he came and he was sitting with me. Swamiji, after you told, I went back. And then I went to your YouTube. And I tell you, I was listening 1, 2, 3, 4 talks and I was so happy, so happy. Satsanga alone can give us fulfillment in life. See, friends, because what satsanga does, wrong notions are destroyed without creating new notions. If wrong notions are destroyed by another notions, there is nothing right like right notions. Like the medicines. The germs are the foreign body in the body. Now they are removed by medicine which is also a foreign body. But after the disease germs are removed, that medicine also must be deleted from the body, detoxified. In the same manner, satsanga We'll remove the wrong notions without creating new notions. Then only the truth is revealed that we are no more a notional personality but the actual reality. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.